Hi, welcome to our podcast. We're here today with Jordan, Jack, Sarah, and myself, and our special guest today. And we're going to be talking about some of the fun things to do in this town. Parkland is a great, beautiful outdoor city with lots of activities. So, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hi. Thanks for coming in today. My name is Mayor Christine Honchofsky, and I am the proud mayor of the city of Parkland, Florida. And I'm happy to talk about a lot of the wonderful things we have going on in this city. We're kind of a suburban community, very residential, but it doesn't mean there's nothing going on here. There's nothing sleepy about Parkland as a community.
What kind of activities does the city of Parkland have to offer?
Yeah, so it all depends. If you're looking for sports and recreation, we have lots of activities for various ages, whether it be toddlers. We have toddler programs at our PREC. We also have senior programs. We have all sorts of sports leagues, whether it be lacrosse, soccer, flag football, tackle football, baseball. We have it all. We have rec leagues as well as travel leagues, and some of our travel leagues have actually done extremely well in the state and in the country, specifically baseball and soccer. And we actually have some amazing adult teams that are state champions in Florida for the USTA. Our men's 55 and older have done very well. Our men's 45 and older have done very well. We have clinics. The kids can learn how to play.
So can anyone who's like a Parkland resident join?
Yeah, and even if you're not a Parkland resident, you can join. Many of our sports leagues you can also join. We have this thing called a sports card, and if you're not a resident, you just have to show your purchase a sports card for the year, and that will give you access to many of our recreational sports teams and groups.
Okay.
All right, very cool. So the topic of this podcast is fun in the sun. And how do you think Parkland helps to promote that image, fun in the sun?
Well, we're in Florida, so it's sunny like all the time.
Yeah.
But additionally to that, we have so much going on outdoors. We have so many different parks in the city of Parkland, hence the name City of Parkland.
Yeah.
We have our equestrian center, for example, so you can see people riding by and out there with their horses, having some of the fun in the sun there. Additionally, we have a splash pad over at Liberty Park, and Liberty Park was one of our parks that was built from the community and through volunteers. So the splash pad's a big hit. Our playground over at Pine Trails Park is also a huge hit after school. We have lots of pavilions so that people can be outside. We have our amphitheater that hosts concerts throughout the year, which is a lot of fun, and we usually have food trucks going along with that. Some of the events we have coming up soon as we enter the month of October, we have our Parkland Dash, which is a 5K, and the proceeds from that go back to support the Broward County Public Schools in our city. We also have our Halloween festival, our big trunk or treat. That's so much fun over by the Equestrian Center where it's trick or treating in the back of the trunks of their cars, and the kids get to go around.
It's like instead of like houses, like it's the trunks of the cars, and they walk around the parking lot and
it's nice because you don't have to walk that far. Yeah. We have entertainment going on along with it. That's so much fun. And of course, the highlight, our Parkland Farmers Market season starts at the beginning of November, and we have, not to brag, but it's true, we have one of the best farmers markets, I would say, in the whole area, because it's such an outdoor, beautiful field that we host it in. And so that starts November 3rd. We have our Veterans Day ceremony coming up on November 11th. Then we have our very popular hayride, hoedown, and bonfire event. And that happens in the evening in November, on November 25th. And what we do there is people come out, there'll be hay rides that you can go on, there'll be campfires and songs, and people can have s'mores, and it's just a really fun community event where people can get together. It might not be the sun out anymore, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah. One of the really fun things in the sun is our Snowfest in December, and it's amazing because the sun is shining bright, and you could go down snow tubing down these slides and stuff, so that's a lot of fun. And we want people to be outdoors, we want people to be active. We have an amazing trail system within the city so that people can get out on their bikes and get out in the community. Additionally, because we're right next to the Everglades, if people go to the end of Loxahatchee Road, they have access to the bike paths there that go all along the Everglades. So it's a beautiful way to be outdoors and really enjoy the best of our nature that we have to offer.
And it's not only for humans. We have Barkland, too.
Yes, we do. We must not forget our furry family members. We have Barkland, which is a dog park, and we have a section for the smaller dogs, a section for the larger dogs. And we've had some events also where the dogs come out, even some of the therapy dogs, the comfort dogs, they come out to some of our events.
I know we have a Therapy Dog Thursday sometimes at the Park Rec Center, and it's just like therapy dogs, and anybody can come and like just pet the dogs, and it's like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's great. The dogs love it. The people love it. We even have a therapy pig that attends every once in a while. Patches is a huge hit, and definitely on Instagram a lot with a lot of people's pictures.
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, so I've been to a lot of these events, and every time I go, and typically see you there, talking with everybody, and I think that's so cool. And I just want to know, like, why do you think it's important for yourself to be involved in the community and go to these events and talk to all the residents of Parkland?
Well, I really think that when you talk about a city is really just a bunch of buildings and roads, but the community is the feeling that people get in the city they live in. Yeah. And in order to build a sense of community, to maintain a sense of community, and to build a community that feels very connected and compassionate, you have to show up. You have to show up and you be present. I want people to know that I am here to serve this community, and the best way for me to get the feedback from the residents is to go where our residents are. And so that's why I feel it's important to be out. Plus, these events are a lot of fun. I want to also see, what makes the events great, what are things we could make better about them. One of the great things, we have beautiful weather here. There's so much to do. We have so many people who love living in this city, and when we have events and community gatherings where we can see the people we know and see people enjoying living here, it's a very special thing to experience.
How does the companies based in Parkland, like you said, Coldwell Banker and all these small businesses, Pizza Time, I know, and even the school, how do they all play a part in the community?
Well, the schools, for example, we work with the PTAs. For example, we just had our back to school splash bash, which was a great outdoor event by the Equestrian Center. There was a little rain too, so that worked in the splashing. The PTAs were very involved in that. It's important that the schools work together with us, we work together with them. And also we have many of our businesses are sponsors for a lot of these events. So it's important that we're all working together. Everybody's kind of reminded of who's here and who, for the businesses, it's good when they sponsor things because it gives them an opportunity to highlight their business.
Thank you, Mayor Christine Hunchowski, for joining us here today. This is WMSD News reporting for FSPA.